Hello, my name's Robert Dean Steele, and we have been doing, or we are now doing, prayers through the Psalms. And this is Psalm chapter 2. Listen to what David says. He says, "Why do the nations conspire and the people plot in vain?" Then he goes on to say, "The kings of the earth take their stand, and rulers gather against the Lord and against his anointed one." Now, of course, this has a double meaning, of course, Lord, and that is the fact that there is a time in the near future where the enemy and all the nations of the world, which he rules. Now, Jesus never disputed that when the enemy, the devil, offered him all the kingdoms of the world. He says, all you have to do is worship me. And the Lord said, of course, Jesus Christ said, you are to worship the Lord your God only. So this could, of course, have to do with future events, or it could also deal with David himself, because David was constantly at war with the Philistines and the Ammonites and the Moabites and different people that were trying to dethrone him. Then he says, "Let us break their chains," they say, "and throw off their fetters." But listen to what it says here. So that is the idea behind men's attack against God. They feel that God is actually fettering them and chaining them when actually he has given them free will. And then verse number 4 says, "The one enthroned in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. Then he rebukes them in his anger and terrifies them with his wrath, saying." And so the Lord looks down upon man, and here he's looking at puny humanity. We have to understand something. God actually gave us our breath, and the only reason we are still breathing is because of the goodness of God. In Genesis, we have the story where the Lord formed man out of the dust of the earth and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. So the very breath that we have comes from God. That's why God laughs at us and rebukes us in his anger and terrifies them with his wrath. All you have to do is be in a major storm, and you'll realize your insignificance and also as well your vulnerability. "I have installed my king on Zion, my holy hill." He says, "I will proclaim the decree of the Lord." And he said to me, "You are my son. Today I have become your father." Now, this is a wonderful picture of what's going to happen in the future. This is called a messianic psalm. So David saw in the future the installation of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, who is Jesus Christ. "Ask of me, and I will make the nations your inheritance and the ends of the earth your possession." And so David is looking at his descendant as one who is going to have an inheritance of the nation. That, of course, is the 1,000 years of Jesus ruling here and on earth. He says, you will rule them with a iron scepter, and you'll dash them to pieces as pottery. That means that when the Lord is in charge, the justice system, the political system, the social system, the economic system, the cultural system will be of righteousness. And the confusion and the chaos and the evil that is prevailing will not be prevailing in that time. "Therefore, you kings, be wise. Be warned, you rulers of the earth." He says there is a time coming. "Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling." So here he's saying to both the kings, governments, and also the people of that time period, listen, you need to have a respect, a reverence for this individual, and also come with rejoice with trembling. It's a wonderful time of righteousness, peace, and joy here on the earth. There is no sin. There is no sorrow. There's no sickness. There's no death. It's a time of abundance and prosperity. "Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you be destroyed in your way." They're basically saying, embrace what the Lord is doing, because it is going to be a tremendous time. For his wrath can flare up in a moment, but blessed are all who take refuge in him. So here is David saying, listen, you do not want to face the wrath of this individual, but you are blessed when you decide to allow him to be the center of your life, and also as well take refuge in him, because he is our place of safety. He is our anchor. He is, of course, the one who keeps us. And I love that when Jesus said in Matthew chapter 28, verse number 20, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. This is a tremendous psalm. So please, today, when you read it, look at it in that context. A messianic song of the future of our future. My name is Robert Dean Steele. God bless.